afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a bit of an impromptu video. I was fiddling around in Arkham Knight, looking at the character models, when I happened upon my favorite comic book character of all time. Probably my favorite fictional character, period. Oracle. And while as far as I'm aware, this is probably unfortunately the last time Oracle in a respectful quantity is going to show up in a WB Games game, at least for the next little while. What I thought was much more interesting as I was fiddling around and trying to get the right shots to set up a custom theme for my PS4 is just how many details went into Babs' design and all of the little knick-knack thingamajigs that I managed to find. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. And the first thing we're going to start with, evidently, is her shoes. Which, there's nothing too crazy about her shoes, but I do like the little symbol on her socks. I don't know, just the fact that they didn't just give her normal plain white socks is kind of cool. Then we move up a little bit to her, I suppose this is a locking mechanism or a brake, because in the game she just uses her hands and her wheels in order to move around. This is not a motorized wheelchair. So I think this little joystick looking thing is actually a set of brakes so that she can lock her chair in place. Nice little detail they added there. Then we come to her backpack, which I think is just stupid cute. Pink camo with a peace sign on the back, a little satchel full of green diet soda. Is she a Mountain Dew fan? I don't know. And her bag is overflowing with stuff. It looks like she has a tablet, and she has a couple of books, and a really sweet pair of pink headphones attached. And this is all hooked up onto her chair in a really cool, nice fashion. Moving on up, we actually come to her left arm, which, if you look really closely, has some sort of tattoo or ink pattern on it. Do you see it there, kind of on the left? The weird halfway to infinite with the circles there? I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that, but that actually inspired me to make this video because I don't know, I saw this and it caught me completely off guard. I didn't know Babs had a tattoo or some sort of ink patterning in this game, and there they are. There's also appears to be some sort of metal bracelet. I'm not totally sure if that is a life alert bracelet or just a random little metal thing she likes to wear, but since I can't actually stretch her arm out to get a better look, this is my best guess is that it's just some kind of metal charm bracelet thing. And that M or W, I'm going to assume it's a W. Whatever letter it is, it also appears to have been put on her body and is not connected to the chain, although I could be wrong. No, I'm not. If you look closely, particularly at this angle, the bits of the letter actually go past the link, meaning that this was either drawn or tattooed onto her arm. Then we've got her next set of arms stuff over here. She has a blue watch set to 11:52 military time, and she has one of those little crocheted friendship bracelet thingies, and another black bracelet that I'm not quite sure what that is. It could be a scrunchie, but she already has her hair in a ponytail. So maybe an emergency scrunchie? I don't know. Then we get to her jacket, where there's a couple of really cool attachments here. There's a Flying Grayson's button, which is obviously alluding to the Flying Graysons where Dick Grayson came from. 3 exclamation marks on a button. Not quite sure why that's a thing, but maybe it's a reference I don't fully understand. And then this patch. Oh wow, this patch. I can't help but get wicked Oracle vibes here. It's not the signature green mask that we associate with Oracle a lot, but the wings, the design, the big eye up top, I don't know, this just kind of screams Oracle to me in a few different fashions because of the overall design and how kind of spooky it looks. I really like how this patch looks, just in general, and that was definitely the other eye-catching thing that told me I should make a video here. Because, why not? Then we come to this necklace, which I'm still not quite sure what it is, because I can't zoom in close enough. It might be a GCPD necklace, or some sort of book necklace, but unfortunately I can't get close enough in this viewer to have a look. She also appears to have a single earbud just kind of hanging out, but she doesn't have the other one in her ear, so maybe the other one is hiding inside of her jacket somewhere. I'm not too sure. And the final little detail, and the penultimate detail, is going to be, I'm going to save those for last, her phone. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's really hard to see. But but I'm not quite sure what is going on here. It looks like that it's a series of numbers, and she might be plinking away trying to hack at the numbers as her animation in this screen viewer, which is pretty sweet. And finally, we come to her ears, which is a little bit of a weird one, but this is one of the first things I noticed. She has pierced ears, but they're not pierced in the same way. She has a sort of yellow, triangular, odd shape in the bottom of this ear that we're looking at, and a hoop in the top of her ear. And if we go all the way over to her left ear, she has two yellowish golden dot things in her earlobe. And those little details I think just make the Arkham Knight Oracle, which was really the only time we ever saw Babs physically outside of her at 15 years old in Arkham Origins. And this is, I think, one of the coolest things they could have done. They obviously could have just had her assisting from the background again, which would have been fine, because at least, Babs is still there helping Bruce. But they put her in a more forefront point in this story. Granted, they kind of made her into a hostage/damsel in distress type thing, which I'm not too keen on, because we know Babs would at least fight. And she does, at one point in the story. She does try to get out, but it doesn't quite work out quite as well, and her damsel elements are there, and then there's the whole scarecrow thing that no thanks. But when you actually get a moment, they definitely did not skip out on her just because she is a character that you don't see too often in physical form in the Arkham games. Like, she technically shows up as Oracle once, and this was it, and they didn't skip out on any of the details. Little things like putting piercings in her ears, giving her bag a little extra detail with all the things that she'd be carrying around in it, bothering to add brakes to her wheelchair, among other things. Just make me go, nice one, Rocksteady. Well done. Now I'm really concerned about what the hell you're going to be doing with Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, but I guess we'll have to wait until either June or the next fandom, right? So that's just me looking at Babs, checking out Babs in the Arkham Knight character viewer, but pointing out some details in her character design that I think was really, really cool, especially this patch and both of her tattoos. Wait, am I missing something on? No, it's just the angle there. For a second I thought I was missing something on the underneath of her left arm, but that's Babs for you. Look at me go, making a 5 to 6 minute video about just analyzing a character model just because it happens to be my favorite character of all time. Fantastic! Were there any details that I pointed out that you may have missed? Do you guys have the slightest clue what's going on with the tattoos on her arm here? I'm calling them tattoos for now. And what do you think is the significance of this button and this patch? Ooh. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys on the other side.